Hey, Pixel Enemy Revive, how's it going? My name is Culprit, and today I want to talk to you about expectations for Battlefield 4, where you fall in the whole evolution versus revolution argument, and what you're hoping to see out of Battlefield 4. For me, I'm an evolution guy. I want to see this game just enhanced. I want to see this game refined. I felt like there was enough unfinished business with Battlefield 3 to warrant a complete other game. Obviously, I feel like DICE agreed. I think the addition of the next-gen consoles only enhanced that fact. I feel like they left enough unfinished business with Battlefield 3, coupled that with the enhanced abilities of the next-gen consoles now. I felt like they really wanted to come back with a known commodity, you know, as much of a sure thing as they could to launch the next-gen consoles, and they felt like now they could revisit Battlefield 3 and hopefully deliver the product they envisioned probably when they first sat down to map out Battlefield 3. For me, I would love to see them obviously support competitive, number one. I think this would have a grand benefit to the entire game, the entire community. Even a guy like me who's never played competitive his life is not good enough, but I feel like I would get enough enhancement by them just designing with competitive in mind, designing with that balance, designing with those types of players and matches in mind. I think the game as a whole would benefit greatly. I'd also just like to be able to watch, I would like to watch these guys play this game that I love. I'd like to see what they could do. I'd like it to be more accepted on a competitive level. And I'd like to be able to tune into Twitch or what have you and just watch some of these matches. I think that would be a lot of great fun. And I really hope this is one of the things that DICE is now going to, actually deliver, having promised it for Battlefield 3 and not delivered. Secondly, just like competitive, it would be Battle Recorder. I know this probably wouldn't enhance most people's gameplay as they log into the game and just play. But I think on an entertainment level, I think some of the things you would come to see out of Battlefield 4 with these enhanced tools of a battle recorder would be simply amazing. There's some incredibly talented people out there that are pulling off amazing things right now with really limited tools, that if you gave them a full suite of tools, I think some of the things they would come up with would just be amazing. I would be very excited to see that. Now, lastly, this is kind of a large collection of things. It's basically falls under just refinement and optimization and, enhancing what we already have. I mean, first thing would be netcode. Since we're not building everything from the ground up this time, I'd really like to see them focus on optimizing the netcode as much as possible. Overall, it's good. I haven't had too many issues. Most of the time, I get these little, issues where I'm like, I could blame it on other things. So I believe the Battlefield 3, Frostbite 2, whatever you want to call it, netcode is okay. But there's no reason to not always be trying to improve that. This is the backbone of a shooter. So anytime we can enhance this or simplify it would be a good thing. For me, I really feel like Battlefield 4, like I said, now with the increased hardware capabilities of the next-gen consoles, where they're clearly going to develop, I think, for the next-gen console and the PC in mind, and they're going to they're going to throttle it down, so to speak, for the current-gen consoles. I don't see any other way to do it. They're going to be able to basically make BF3 how they originally envisioned it, I believe. It's going to be basically Battlefield 3 Unchained. It's going to be designed probably for 32, 48-player maps, somewhere in there, which I think just a subtle change like that is going to completely revolutionize the gameplay experience. You now create these maps with certain player counts in mind. It's not going to be like PC, where most of the servers are going to play 48 players, versus the console where it's got 24 players. It's very hard to design a map from start to finish that's going to play well on both of those platforms. Now I think we're going to have a more centralized template for maps, and I think overall it's going to make the experience just that much more enjoyable for everybody. Now I'm curious where you guys fall. What did you guys want to see? Did you want to see a revolution? Maybe we wanted to see 2143, or did you want to see an evolution? What we're clearly, I think, getting in Battlefield 4. For me, I think by focusing on little enhancements, little refinements spread across the board, we're going to see a revolution in gameplay. It might not be obvious in the mechanics. It might not be obvious in new animations. Yeah, sure. Maybe that reload animation is the same as it was in Battlefield 3. I'm not so hung up on that. I'm a gameplay guy. For me, it's how the game feels. And as long as you refine things and then build on top. I mean, I want to see more attachments. I'd love to see more guns. Even though I know guns are basically getting to the point where they're all the same now, they just got a different graphic model to them. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think more equipment, more choices. Let's balance some things out a little better. God knows the classes need to be balanced. But these are all things I feel like they can address now because they don't have to start from zero. They're building on a platform that's already there. So in essence, I want to see them expand that platform. I want to see them enhance that platform. And I want to see them focus on refining and optimizing certain things that I feel are surely important. Like I mentioned, netcode. And perhaps, rebalancing classes and things like that. So what do you guys think? What did you want to see? Were you disappointed by what you see and what direction we're seeing here? Or are you, like me, you're pretty satisfied and you're, very anxious, as I know we all are, to see some multiplayer and hear more about what direction they're really going to go with Battlefield 4. Once again, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Pixel Enemy, for letting me post, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.